Good morning! So I wanted to do this video showing you guys how to make these Jack inspired paper clips for Halloween for your planners. This is an oven baked clay tutorial again. And we are going to make these cute little paper clips. So let's get started. Okay. So what you're going to need is you're going to need a gold, well, first you're going to need black and white polymer clay. That's not modeling clay because that won't work, but the oven bake polymer clay, which you can find at any Michael's or Joann's, and Walmart carries the sample pack of Sculpey. You can use any kind that you like. I do find Sculpey and Primo are softer than the Craft Smart, some of them, so I've noticed that they're a lot easier to condition versus the Craft Smart. It doesn't really bother me. It takes a little bit more time with the Craft Smart, but it is considerably cheaper, so it doesn't really bother me. I do have some of the other ones as well because Michael's usually does the deal where if you buy 3 of the Sculpey or Primo, you get them for $2.33 a piece, and that's not too bad. The Craft Smart is going to run you about $1.49. Excuse me. So when they have those coupons like they did yesterday, where you can get 30% off your full price purchase, well, I mean, it makes it pretty cheap. So, anyways, you're going to need black and white, and then you're also going to need a paper clip. It doesn't have to be gold like mine. You can use silver as well, if that's what you prefer. And you are also going to need some black ribbon of your choice. This is just the one that I have on hand, so this is the one that I'm going to use because I actually do like it. I think the little I don't know what you call those, but the little things on the end, it just looks nice. So, okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your white and go ahead and condition your clay. And we're going to move these out of the way. So go ahead and condition it, which basically just means just knead it in your hands until it's pliable. So this one's pretty good. I did it a little bit before I started the video just to save on time. The black, however, I didn't. And then you're just going to take it in your hands and just keep rolling it. And I'll be so happy when my tripod gets here. So I won't have that. So just keep rolling in your hands until it forms a nice ball, you know, like this. Not where you're going to have ridges. You see where there's still ridges right there? That means you still want to go ahead and make a ball. Okay, I think I got them. And what I do in my hand is I'll just kind of take it and do this after, because sometimes you'll see it might have like a little cone shape, and that's okay. I just take it in my hands and kind of roll it like that, and that will take care of it. So once you're done with that, you're just going to set your ball down. Go ahead and condition your black so it's, you know, easier to work with when you get ready to use it. So I'm just going to take that and kind of condition it a little bit. As you can see, it's softening up. Okay, so they do actually sell clay softener, so I mean you could get that and that would help. Like I said, it doesn't really bother me too much, so I just deal with it. Okay, so what you're going to do is set that aside for a second. Get a stick. I just use my paintbrush. But get a stick, and this is a number 5. I don't know what size that means it is. but if that helps to see what size of, how big this thing is, it's a 5 paintbrush. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your white ball of clay and you are going to just mark where his eyes are. So we're going to make 2 indents. Like that. And you're going to do it on the other side. So you should get something that looks like this. And like I said, these are handmade items. Don't freak out if it's not 100% perfect. It's okay. So you got your little places where his eyes are going to go. So just set that aside because you're going to grab your black again and your X-Acto knife or whatever you want to use to cut your clay with. And you're going to cut a small little piece off of it, okay? Because you don't need very much. And actually, we're going to cut a little bit more than that because this is probably all the black we're going to use. So I'm going to cut about 2 pieces like that off, and I probably won't even need that much. Probably half of that, really. Probably just use those 2. And then you're going to take these little pieces and roll them in your hands. And normally the small clays, sorry, I can't talk this morning, balls of clay, you can usually do it with your finger like this. So just keep doing that until you get a nice little ball like so. And you're going to set that down. And then you're going to go ahead and roll this. You don't want to put you don't want to flatten the other yet because you want to make sure both are the same size because these are going to go on his eyes. So you definitely want them kind of, like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I mean, you kind of want it to look close. So that one was a little bit bigger. I'm going to cut a little bit off. That looks about right. So now that we have our 2 balls of clay, you're going to take the first one and just flatten it. That's all you're going to do. It's just flatten it. Okay, like that. Then you're going to take your little jack. Oh, okay. Don't drop it like I did. Okay, if I can grab it, I'll show you. Alright, so you're just going to place it like that. You're going to take your little tool or whatever you're using. And you're just going to put it into that crevice we made like that. You see what I'm doing? Like that. So now we're going to go ahead and do the other. Sorry. I had to stop the video. I had to sneeze. Okay. Alright, so now we have our second. Okay, so there you got his 2 eyes done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take another little piece of that black and we're just going to roll it. Okay, and now that you have a piece like that, you're going to cut with any cutting tool that you have. Take your jack okay, and you're just going to put it on like so and kind of shape it just a little bit. Okay, so there, now you have that. And then what you're going to do is roll again. And that's okay if it breaks like that. We'll still use it. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do his nose. Okay, there's one. And there's the other. Okay, so now that we have his nose, we're going to go ahead and finish his mouth, the stitches on his mouth. And you just basically cut little pieces of the clay. So, and you just keep doing that until you are done. Done on that side. Now we're going to finish the other. I'm going to go ahead and do the end. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and roll this out a little bit more. Okay, and I'll probably just do one more. I'll probably do a crisscross one here. You can do anything that you want. And there's the crisscross one. So now that we have our little jack done, I'm going to get this little piece out of the way. We're going to go ahead and stick our paper clip on the end. So go ahead and wiggle that paper clip in. Okay, and you're just going to shape his head back. Okay, and you see how there's like a small opening down here? That's okay. Just kind of, you don't press it hard, just kind of close it like that and just keep kind of tapping on it. And it will close up. You can also put the bacon bond in there, and that will help. I find once you bake it's fine. So, okay. So it's closed. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to look on your clay package for the heating instructions for your clay that you're using, and go ahead and cure it. Once this is cured and cooled down, make sure it's fully cool as well, I will come back and show you how to do the bow and glaze. Okay, while our jack is curing in the oven, I'm going to show you how to do this bow. I know I already show you how to do a bow charm in my last video, but I'll just show you how to do the bow, or how I do my bow, really quickly again. It's really easy and simple. And basically, like I said in the last one, I'll just keep pulling until I get a bow shape that I like. So, I think I like, pull that one more time. Okay. So now that we have our little bow, and I like that, we're going to take our scissors and cut the ends however short that you want or prefer. Okay, so this is what we have now. And then now what you're going to do is you're going to want to heat seal these ends, and I would show you that on camera, but with this setup right now until my tripod gets here, I'm not going to be able to do that. But all you want to do is take a lighter to the ends quickly, and then that will seal the ends. Or you can use, I believe they have fray, like a fray seal at Walmart or any craft store as well that you can put on the ends. I'm going to just take a lighter to the ends. It's just faster and easier. I don't have to wait for it to dry. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Wait for Jack to come out of the oven and cool, and I will come back and show you the next step. Okay. So I already have one that I have finished here, just for time purposes. So when this jack is fully cooled, which mine is still warm, when it's fully cooled is when you can glaze. And I use, sorry, my bottle looks like gross. I use this one, the Sculpey. Let's see if I can get it to focus so you can read it. I use the satin glaze. It's glossy enough for me, and I'll show you with this one because I already have him glazed. It's glossy enough for me. So I just use the satin. I just like the finish a lot better versus the glossy. but you use whatever you want. It's perfectly okay. But what you're going to do when yours fully cools is just go ahead and glaze it. It dries really quickly, but it doesn't cure for 24 hours. So keep that in mind. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do the bow on this one, just like I said, for time purposes. So we're just going to set him aside. And after you get your glazing done, and it fully dries, you don't have to wait until it cures, but when it fully dries is when you want to start this step. And what we're going to do is we're going to take some E6000. I'm sure you guys all know what that looks like. And this one in particular is pretty old. I'm going to go ahead and squeeze. You see how, hold on, let me see if I can focus. You see how like the top, you see the clear coming out now, but the top was kind of yuck. You want to get that, off first before you use the, the top. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to turn your jack over and get a good dollop of glue. Like, that's probably too much. Get a good dollop of glue, like, say that much, and you're going to just put it on the top. Let me just close this back up because it will go everywhere if I don't. Okay. So you're going to want a dollop, hopefully you can see, of glue like that. Okay, and then you're going to want to take your jack and your little bow. This is really hard to kind of show because of my tripod situation at the moment. Hopefully that will be here. It's supposed to be here on the 22nd, so let's cross our fingers. You just want to stick your bow up to the top. Okay? And that is how your little jack paper clips are made. So I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial on how to make your Halloween jack inspired planner charms out of polymer clay. My next video is going to be Sunday. It's going to be a plan with me. And then following Monday, you will see how to make his little friend the pumpkin, which he's actually carved. He's an actual carved pumpkin. It's kind of hard to see right now, but if you've seen any of the movie pictures, you'll know these pumpkins. So we're going to do the pumpkin inspired paper clips on Monday to go with your little jacks. So stay tuned for those upcoming videos, and if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Just, so it lets you know when I have a new video, and I will talk to you guys soon. I hope you guys have a lovely weekend and a day, and thank God it's Friday, right? All right, bye girls.